Hi everyone.
Hello everybody.
Welcome again for another week of Brambleberry Cottage. We have had a lovely Easter.
Beautiful Easter, beautiful weekend.
Yes, and I hope you
Very
did
nice.
too.
Yes, hope so.
My favorite holiday, like I told you last week, I'm already planning next year, so I'm already excited. What I'm really loving this week is our gorgeous weather. Sometimes, some years it's like that, and this just happens to be one of those years where, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. We're going to have temps in the, I think it was 80 or in the 80s.
Almost 80.
Almost 80?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
For 2 or 3 days, yeah.
Yes. So we are preparing for that beautiful weather. Because of that, we want to get a little yard work in.
We're going to do a little seeding. I spread some topsoil in some areas where the grass isn't growing and seed that, so take advantage of the nice warm weather. Hopefully that'll take.
Give us a head start, because normally we wait a little bit later because of the chillier night, so it's just not ready. But we seem pretty confident to do it this week, even if we get cooler temperatures. I see nothing in the future of it being really cold, so I'm excited. We're going to tackle some more grass seed where it just wasn't taking last year, and it just needs a little more thickness, I think, for the rest of the yard. So we're going to tackle that. And we're going to be kind of thinking about what we want to do for the yard this spring. We have a couple of different spots, some newer spots too, where we're thinking about making a little garden bed area. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
We want to kind of get a head start because of the weather. It just kind of was a fluke thing. So because of that, that's going to take some of our time.
Right. We do have a leaky drain pipe that needs addressing that we may take care of this week. So it's kind of an expense and also time consuming. So hopefully we can get that taken care of this week.
Yeah.
As well.
So our pocketbook's taking a little dent this week with a few things. With the pipe, it could go way more than we're expecting, but we're expecting, a couple hundred maybe. So that's going to take some out of our time and budget, like Paul said. But we're still hoping to get something accomplished on Jacob's room, on the entertainment room. So what we're hoping, we'll see by the end of the week what we end up accomplishing, but what we're hoping for is to at least finish that corner that Paul started last week, and doing another tape and mud, a second coat, sanding it, cleaning it off, painting it, and getting some shelves up and the desk in there and his chair, and just getting it kind of set up, and maybe even putting some storage in there just so we have it getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And then obviously if there's any more time, we'd love to, we are going to order it this week most likely, but we'd like to at least get some more sheetrock in the entire room and get that finished. What we did have today, though, we should mention, before we did this.
Yeah, our nephew came by today to look at the electrical issues we were having and got that all squared away. So we are good to go there.
Yes,
So
we're
very
so
lucky to
pleased.
have him, yeah.
Yes, we're very pleased. It's very nice to have someone in the family that can do things for you really cheaply, possibly free. And we have a very generous and wonderful nephew that really took care of us.
And talented too.
So talented, and it was so quick. He came in, did his thing, and was out. It was really a fantastic thing to know that we did everything in the proper way, by code. We're safe. There's not a fire hazard. We just don't want to tinker with any electrical work. This is a safety concern, so that's not something we wanted to tackle. So anyway, and he actually found some mistakes when the house was built. Some things weren't quite done properly, so it happened a lot in this house. So we've had to fix a lot of, dare I say, mistakes. We've had over the years, we've had to fix quite a bit in this home. And moisture is a real issue in this house, so we're going to have to tackle that more and more through the years. So we've got a lot to tackle, but it's a struggle to tackle stuff like that, because you have to, for the health of yourself living in the home and for the home itself, to keep it going.
Right.
You have to do that on top of take care of your normal day-to-day expenses and whatnot. It's a tough job, but fear not if you're out there going through this. Use your resources. Look up information and research what you can. Watch our show. We've got some great ideas. You can teach yourself a lot too by using YouTube, and it's
Absolutely.
a great format for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I will say a little caveat there. Unless you are a licensed professional, I would not tackle major electricity. I don't mean like we said last week, changing out an outlet or something like that, or a light bulb, putting in a ceiling fan or something. I would not tackle major electrical work. It's a safety hazard. And also plumbing. If you happen to have any of those in your family or friends that you can barter with or whatnot, which we do a lot of that too, and you have a skill that you can offer them, it's always a great trade. Or you just have family that really cares about you. And you care about them, so you kind of help them out down the road. It's a great opportunity to help each other through stuff.
Yeah.
So we've got some stuff on our plate this week.
So we're gonna see what we get accomplished. We're excited.
We are
we're
excited.
Pumped. Yeah.
And you know that stuff where it takes a long time, but we had mentioned last week, but little by little things are kind of checking off our list. And although it's frustrating, I'm a very impatient person. I like things done now. I have mellowed a bit as I've aged, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
But as much as you want it done right now, it is definitely worth taking your time and getting things done right. And I know sometimes we have deadlines that we have to do. Believe me, I'm the first person to say, okay, before this event or before someone comes over, I want this done. You really do have to take your time.
Yeah.
And things have changed where maybe people don't host things as much anymore. So you have a little more time on your hands. At least we do for stuff like that. But anyway, so that's our stuff this week.
Yeah.
We hope you're having as great weather as we're having. And so come join us and see what we've got going on this week. And by the end of it, you'll see what we ended up getting to do. We're on Tuesday today, so we're going to try to post on time, but we do want to have some content for you. So we'll do the best we can. It'll be anywhere between Friday and Sunday, but you will hopefully get some good content, and we want to see some stuff moving along. So yeah.
And how? So welcome.
Welcome.
Time to refresh the old bird bath. After I spray paint this, I'm going to put it in the shed so the birds don't try to land on the wet paint. may have overestimated the need for sand here. Whoops.
No, that's great. I'd
Pretty
rather
much.
you over than under. Because it can be brushed in and watered in. It'll wash away the excess.
Yeah, but I want to see the effect of stones when on camera, you know?
It will. Because you can scoop up more.
Yeah, I'll scoop it.
Because maybe you want it on the edges too, no?
In front here?
Yeah.
What edges? What do you mean?
Yeah, and then on the sides, or no, I guess
Yeah.
the mulch should look to that. Don't brush it on the blacktop.
Oh gosh, no. Just kidding.
That's great, sweetie.
Thank you, love. We get a scoop shovel. Right back.
All right. So we finally finished right here, this fence. Excuse the traffic noise. But as we're doing that, we notice there's a little gap here. So we're going to, when we go to do the secret garden, there should be a little piece that's a little over, maybe 2 pieces, and we're going to overlap it here, which is going to cover that space. For now, it's fine. And we did notice that this is a little higher because we waited and we did it at different times. Sometimes that happens. So this went a little bit higher, folks. So it's okay. It gives us a little more privacy. I don't mind it so much. And we did notice that every year we notice that we get some pea stone from our gravel driveway here. It comes over, no matter how tall and high we make this border here, it always, to separate from this bed here, it always for some reason seeps into here, into this bed. So we need to find a way to figure that out, but we will be cleaning this up next week, and this little bed here, and we will be, we will be cleaning this bed up here next week, and hopefully shuffling some of these little pea stone out, but it'll be remulched and cleaned up a bit. So these hyacinths, unfortunately we trampled those poor little guys. Sorry, little guys.
when we were moving the fence, one of us trampled it. Oh, I'm so sad. But anyway, they are really lovely and they will come back, but boo.
So,
There it is, folks.
there it is.
There's sit up. We got distracted by the warm weather. We had some really beautiful weather, over 80 degrees, I think, right? A couple of days.
It was almost 90
It was,
one
yeah.
of the days.
It's a beautiful day. So instead of, we did a little work down in the basement on the room,
Yeah.
but most of those things we did were outside because it was so nice out.
In early April, folks. I mean, it was
Yeah, it was very
spectacular.
unseasonably beautiful.
Yes.
As you can see, I built a little pad for the trash and recycling bins. I had some leftover pavers that I decided to use for that, so that worked out nicely. They were taking up space on the small blacktop we have there, and now they're tucked out of the way, I think, and less visible from the road, so
Yes,
nice little
and
spot.
it looks so cute. It's a little trash patio. My son called it a trashio. So I loved it. But I love it. It's looked really great. And we also finished the fence over
Right, not
here.
the last fence section, so that's
Yes.
finally buttoned up.
We still have the secret garden area fence to fix, to finish off, and we will in the coming weeks. There's just so much. You should see our list. There's so many. Our minds are pulling us in different directions, so we just have to sometimes zero in. And we are still working on his room, on Jacob's room.
Yeah.
But we are just taking our time. And like Paul said, we got very distracted. You can't have gorgeous days like that and sit in a dark basement.
That's
It's
what it
just,
was, yeah.
yeah, and honestly, it was too beautiful. And then we went off and had some fun too. We really enjoyed it. It was not just about work, work, work. Some
Yeah.
days you just have to do it. You just have to call it and say, we're going to enjoy today.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened. So no excuses. We're just enjoying life. So anyway, we finished what we could on the basement as far as finishing off
and
some
more sheetrock.
little more sheetrock, putting up the door, and now we are heading into today. We're going to go into more of the basement, so you'll see that in next week's video. But
Yeah, it's a cloudy, kind of rainy,
yeah,
cooler day, so it's fine to be downstairs where there's
yeah,
no sunshine to miss. So
exactly. So today's an indoor day, so we
Yeah.
get to finish some more on that room, which is exciting. We did get some sheetrock in, so now we can put that up on the walls and hopefully tackle painting the floor to kind of seal it nicely, maybe even possibly do the door, when not the, I call it the hobbit door, but the little closet door, painting it. So you'll see that next week. We'll talk about that then. But we're going to go and do some of those things now. But best thing is we had a great weekend. It was a gorgeous weekend, and we did get stuff accomplished. So we hope that you have a wonderful week coming up, We hope you're enjoying your April like we are, and we thank you for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out with us, yeah. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and throw us a like, a little thumbs up if you like it.
We would love that.
Thanks.
Thanks.